These are the instructions for the Sweet 16 Chemistry Ion Tournament, which you should have out in front of you right now. If you are paying close attention and following along, you should be able to get roughly the first half of the Sweet 16 ions done during this tutorial. And then the other half is yours to complete during the remainder of small group time. First, we're going to fill out the first round of the bracket. For the very first round, all that we are doing is filling out charges for either the ions or the polyatomic ion. So that way we can use them when we make our compounds in the second round. So, the very first one is iron. Iron's charge here from the Roman numeral tells us is 2+. Okay, sulfur underneath it, its charge is 2-. Zinc is also 2+. And CO3 is 2-. It's important to realize that these charges that we're writing down right now are going to stay the same throughout the entire round. So it's into the second round, the semifinals, and even the finals. Sodium charge is plus, and chromate's charge is 2-. So we've already completed the very first round of the tournament. Now, moving on to the second round, we're going to make the chemical formula that those two compounds are going to make together. So this first one, when we cross iron and sulfur, we're going to get FeS. Okay. For the second one, zinc carbonate is going to be ZnCO3. And lastly, sodium chromate is going to be Na2CrO4. Alright, moving on to the next one, the semis. We need to write out the soluble compound, or the compound that will dissolve in water. So that's between the two that we already have there. So out of the nickel chloride or the iron sulfide, one of these is going to be soluble. And if we look at our solubility rules, chlorides are always soluble, so we'll write NiCl and the semifinals on top. And on the bottom, salts with the sodium ion are always soluble, so we're going to write Na2CrO4. Alright, now to move on to the finals, what we need to do is we need to write the soluble product of the chemical reaction between nickel chloride and sodium chromate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out the compounds that would form due to a double replacement reaction between these two. So in this case, the products that would form would be nickel chromate and sodium chloride. So what your job to do here then is to find out which one of these is soluble, and it moves on to the finals, and then complete the bottom half of the bracket.